and welcome to the Raising Killin podcast. My name is Marsh Naidu, and I blog at raisingkillin.org, where we curate resources for families experiencing disability. On today's episode 150, I am talking with Clare Saum, who is the marketing director at Discovery Park of America. Welcome to the Raising Killin podcast, Clare.
Hello. Thank you, Marsh, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to hear more about a really great event you guys have coming up. But before we get into that, for listeners that might not be from Northwest Tennessee and that might be from Memphis or Arkansas, can you just tell us a little bit about Discovery Park of America, where you guys are located at, and your mission?
Sure. So Discovery Park of America was founded and opened its doors in 2013. Discovery Park was founded by someone named Robert Kirkland, who was the owner of Kirkland Gift Stores, which I'm sure many of us are familiar with. And he wanted to give back in such a way, so he built Discovery Park of America. And a lot of people wonder, why did he choose Union City, Tennessee? Well, first of all, he's from here, and he passed away in 2017. So he did see the doors open at Discovery Park. He did the opening day. He got to see it succeed and be such an impact to our community. So we're very thankful for our founder. We're very thankful to still have our founders, Robert and Jenny Kirkland. We are very thankful to also have the Kirkland children. His 3 children are very much so still involved today in the mission of Discovery Park of America, which is inspiring children and adults to see beyond. We keep that in mind in everything that we do. So we do a lot here at Discovery Park, and we're going to touch on a few exciting things that we have going on today. But Discovery Park's main focus, like I said, and we keep that at the center of everything we do, inspiring children and adults to see beyond. And if you haven't been to Discovery Park, it's a wow factor from the time you get into the gate, when you walk in, and it's an amazing place. So it's a 100,000 square foot museum built of many galleries that are children focused and adult focused. So we have something for everybody. A lot of people think, well, it may just be a children's museum. No, I can say that my parents and my grandparents, everybody in every generation can benefit from Discovery Park. It's very educational. We have at entry, there is, you'll find we installed it in 2024, an interactive floor. So immediately grabs your attention. You see the big man slide. We have what we call Dino Hall on lower level that's just filled with dinosaurs and just an overall fun place. Some of our biggest attractions that we have at Discovery Park as well is a Discovery Theater. We have an earthquake simulator. Cooper Tower, which is also a fan favorite, where you can see 15 miles on a clear day. And you go up 200 feet in the air, and you ride the elevator up to the top, and just a beautiful view, and just an amazing place to really get to know the area. And outside, we have a 50-acre heritage park, which is filled with all sorts of attractions. We have a train, what we call the train depot, filled with train carts that actually just went under restoration. So if you're listening today and you haven't seen our newly revitalized train carts, just so amazing to be able to restore those, and they look incredible, and the history behind those. So it's amazing. We also have a chapel that was moved from a location in West Tennessee, moved here, a fully functioning church that they actually still meet on their homecoming day every year, the members of that church that are still around. And we also have an 1800 settlement that is also really special, and an ag center. And the outside is just filled with all sorts of fun stuff. It's a great family activity when you can do the inside one day and do the outside the next day. It's so large that you can't possibly fit it all in one day. So that's just a quick overview of Discovery Park itself, but I strongly encourage you to visit, and you can find more about us. If you haven't visited, you can find more about us on discoveryparkofamerica.com, where you can see all of our events, our tickets that you can pre-purchase before your day, our special attraction tickets. And then anything else that we might have going on as well that just so happens to fall on the day of your visit.
Claire, just quickly, a personal favorite, and is just walking into the main hall itself and seeing the big brown bear that towers over at like what, 200 feet?
Uh-huh. Yes.
That's amazing. The earthquake simulator. And as you mentioned, just viewing the 1800s settlement and just reflecting back on wow, the
Yes.
contrast of Discovery Park of America with all that modern exterior and then looking at that 1800s settlement is just something to behold. But yeah, so definitely, you know what? Discovery Park of America has so much to offer families, individuals, kids, and as you said, inspiring them to see beyond. But let's talk about Pediatric Day. What
Sure.
is Pediatric Day all about, Claire?
So, Pediatric Day is something that one of our local pediatricians, Dr. John Bates, he's actually a personal plug. He is my son and my daughter's pediatrician. So, we love Dr. Bates, but he wanted to really bring awareness to all the key benefits for children and parents, specifically in healthcare. So he wanted to start Pediatric Day, and we've been doing this for several years now. The event itself for 2025 takes place on September 13th, and it's from 10 to 2. And what we do is we work with Dr. Bates and we really vet our vendors. And we have a lot of great vendors who provide healthcare benefits in a variety of ways to children specifically, hence Pediatric Day. But it's also things that parents may not know about or may not have seen before. We've got dentistry and physical therapy and just general pediatrician care, just tons of different vendors that come to Pediatric Day and all keeping the same mission in mind, which goes back to Discovery Park's mission, inspiring children and adults to see beyond. And in that case, we're inspiring the parents to provide resources for pediatric health overall.
And again, shout out to Dr. Bates because Pediatric Place is making it possible for children to actually attend without paying an admission. And that's a big deal for those bigger families. And so, yes, definitely shout out to Dr. Bates and
Sure.
Pediatric Place. And what can parents like expect? Like, what is the day? You guys are going to go from 10 to 2, right? On Saturday, which is the 13th of September. What are some of the vendors that might be coming along to attend the day? And what are some of the things that we can expect?
Sure. So as you walk in, Pediatric Place is immediately at the very front, and with all sorts of activities for you for a child to participate in, very hands-on. And greet Dr. Bates himself. He will be present. And also he'll have his staff there to answer any questions that parents may have or children may have, one thing I love about Dr. Bates is the goal is for this to not be a scary place. The goal is to start very young, letting children know how important healthcare really is. So a lot of the vendors that he chooses, and that we choose, all of them actually, all of those vendors all have that same focus, which is to bring awareness to healthcare, but also make sure that children know healthcare is a friendly place, that this is something that they have to do all the way through adulthood in their whole life, and how important it is on quality of life. So many of the other vendors will be talking about dental health. We'll have several dentist groups there that are focused on pediatric dentists, and we'll have toothbrushes and fun sorts of displays for dental health, physical therapy displays, and if a parent may be looking for services, or maybe has had that concern but wasn't sure where to go and wasn't sure what vendor, because we can all Google search these businesses, right? But you don't know, that's not the same as going and meeting them face to face. So you go and you meet these service providers, and meet them face to face and introduce them to your child, and it just automatically kind of cuts down that barrier of, oh, I'm kind of scared to go there. The dental or the doctor office or the dental office or the physical therapy location. So what a wonderful place to come to Discovery Park of America, and that child gets that first introduction with these vendors where they have the hands-on displays, and they have like a little toothbrush cartoon character activity or a coloring sheet. All of our vendors are wonderful about providing activities to interact and to attempt to begin to build that relationship with that child who may become a potential patient at that organization.
As far as the passport activity, what is that, Claire?
Sure. So we do a passport in order, all keeping that goal in mind to encourage those children. And first of all, we've had in the past over 200 students participate, 200 young children to participate of all ages, and they can go and get the passport and go around to all the different vendors and have them sign that. So it's just a good interaction to make sure that they get to know everybody. It's a good barrier for those children to have, and where you can kind of turn it into a game. And so they complete the passport program. They go to the 20 plus vendors that are located around Dino Hall, which, by the way, this is indoors, so you don't have to worry about the heat should we have a hot day in September. And at the end of that, they are treated with an ice cream treat at our local cafe, which is called Sabin's Cafe.
Awesome. Now, for listeners to find out more about Pediatric Day and like any updates that might happen, how can we remain connected, and any other last words that you would like to leave us with?
Sure. So Pediatric Day is, there's a calendar page on our website. So if you go to discoveryparkofamerica.com/pediatric day, or you can just go to discoveryparkofamerica.com and click on our calendar page. I also encourage you, if anybody listening today is not subscribed to our newsletter, we have a general newsletter that we send weekly with updates. So we'll be adding vendors to those newsletters, and it's just a great way to see what we have going on in all different ways aside from just Pediatric Day. And I encourage you to sign up for the newsletter distribution list, which can be found on our website at discoveryparkofamerica.com, and just scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a little entry point where you can put your email. And we try not to bombard with emails. We don't send a lot. We just send one weekly general newsletter with all that we have going on so that we can keep our readers updated. And also our Facebook page. Fantastic resource for information. We'll begin in the next coming weeks talking a lot about Pediatric Day. And also on this same day, Marsh, if you don't mind if I mention this, we also are having what we call a Discovery Dash. So I like to refer to this day every year as kind of a health day at Discovery Park. So we have a Discovery Dash, which is we do a 5K, a 10K, and a 1 mile fun run. And the registration can also be found on our calendar page. If anybody listening would like to run or walk, there's no better place to walk than Discovery Park. So you can, and if you run in the race or walk or whatever you choose, you receive tickets to Discovery Park to get into Pediatric Day for the day. Also, children 17 and under are free on this day at Pediatric Day. So even if you don't participate in the Discovery Dash, anybody 17 and under receives free admission, and that's thanks to Dr. Bates as well.
Claire, I got my calendar out. Today is August the 20th. So we're basically looking at Pediatric Day being 4 Saturdays from this week. So that's 4 Saturdays, guys. September the 13th, 10 to 2. And Claire, what an amazing opportunity, and so excited for the kids and parents here in Northwest Tennessee. But you know what? For all our Memphis peeps as well, and folks that might be in Jackson, this is just an hour and a half maximum to drive. You're going to have an awesome day at Discovery Park, just really great places to eat as well in Union City. And mentioning that downtown Union City looks absolutely amazing. You guys have worked so hard on that, and that downtown looks fantastic.
Well, thank you. I'd also like to give credit to Katie Graves, who is the Main Street Director in downtown Union City, who has just done a phenomenal job revitalizing the downtown area of Union City. We've had so many new businesses come up in the last 2 years since she came, and just, they got it going on. It's a wonderful place to just go and walk. So yes, Marsh, thank you for mentioning. Discovery Park actually closes at 4 on that day. So what a great family day to leave Discovery Park after a full day of activities and go downtown and eat at one of our wonderful restaurants downtown, or walk around and shop. It's the perfect day. I also want to add that we have 3 hotels right next door. If any of our listeners might be wanting to come and stay for the weekend, like I've mentioned before, Discovery Park is really a good 2-day visit for our first time visitors. And I encourage you to stay in the hotels next door.
All right. Well, Claire, thank you so much for your time.
Mark, thank you.
I know this has been fun, hasn't it?
It's been a blast. It's been so fun.
All right. Well, you have an amazing rest of the day and talk soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening along on the podcast today. We sincerely would appreciate a rate and review of this episode. And as always, remember, guys, get to the top of your mountain. This is Marsh Naidu signing off.